Hi, second grade, Miss Frivogel here. Today we'll need a pencil and a notebook or a piece of paper. We're going to be looking at point of view today. Many stories are told from the point of view of one of the characters. The point of view is how the character sees things and what the character thinks about events in a story. If the story says I, me, or mine, then the story is coming from the person, his or her own point of view. We can use dialogue to help us figure out the point of view of a character. Remember, dialogue are the exact words spoken by a character. It tells us what they say, think, and feel, and they can help us to figure out the point of view. Different characters in a story can all have different points of view. So to understand point of view, here are some details that we can look for. We can look for how a character thinks, speaks, and acts. And if there's any pictures in the story, we can also look at those to help us figure out the point of view. Some details to look for to understand point of view: how a character thinks. Maybe they say something in their head that would give us a better idea of their point of view. How a character speaks, so maybe the exact words or dialogue that they use, and how a character acts in a story. Each of those can help us with the point of view. And if there are any pictures or illustrations of the story, we can look at those to help with the point of view as well. All right. We are going to figure out the point of view for some of our characters today in our story called The Lost Kitten. I'm going to go ahead and read this out loud. Please follow along with your finger. If you would like to read out loud with me, you may do that, or you may follow along quietly in your head. The Lost Kitten. My friend Cora and I saw a sign on our street. The sign had a photo of a kitten and the words, "Lost Kitten. Please call Sally at 555-0505 if you find my kitten, Boots." Cora said sadly, "Sally's our neighbor, Pam. Her new kitten is missing. I wish we could do something." I said, "It's not hopeless. We can ask our neighbors for help. We can all look for Boots." So if we look at our first illustration, we see two girls looking up at a little poster on a telephone pole of Boots the cat who's missing. And they look kind of worried if we look at their faces. Let's keep reading. We went to see Sally. She said, "I was careless. I left the back door open. Boots ran out and now he is gone." I said, "Don't worry. We have a plan to help. Come with us." We went to Mrs. Lowe's house. She listened to our plan. Then she said, "It's very thoughtful of you to help, Sally. I'll search for Boots too." She joined our group. Other neighbors joined too. Cora and I started looking. We called loudly, "Boots!" Then we heard a soft mewing sound. Boots was hiding under a bush. I held out my hand and softly called Boots' name. He came right to me and I picked up the tiny kitten. Sally was thankful that we found Boots. She said, "The neighborhood search plan worked. Thank you, everyone." If we look up, this is Sally with Boots, and you can tell both the kitten and Sally are smiling, so they're happy to be together again. All right, let's go ahead and answer some point of view questions. We can reread if we need to, and we're going to work to figure out the best answer to each of the questions. Number 1, point to the first picture. How did the girls find out about the missing kitten? Circle the answer. So did they see it on a sign or did they hear it on TV? Let's look up at our first picture. Are they looking at a sign or are they looking at a TV? They're looking at a TV. Are they looking at a sign or are they looking at a TV? They are looking at a sign. So next to number 1, we would say they see a sign. Number 2, to figure out character's point of view, look for clues. How does Cora feel about the missing kitten? Circle the answer. Let's reread part of our passage. We'll read the first page. My friend Cora and I saw a sign on our street. The sign had a photo of a kitten and said the words, "Lost kitten. Please call Sally at 555-0505 if you find my kitten Boots." Cora said sadly, "Sally is our neighbor, Pam. Her new kitten is missing. I wish we could do something." I said, "It's not all hopeless. We can ask our neighbors for help. We can all look for Boots." Going back down to her question, does Kara feel excited and glad, or is she sad and upset? Well, when she's telling Pam, she's sad, right? Because it says Cora said sadly, so Cora would feel sad and upset. Number 3, how does the narrator feel? Circle the answer. Does she hope that they can find the kitten, or does she not want to look for the kitten? Let's look back up in our story. The narrator says the word I, it's from that point of view. I said, "It's not hopeless. We can ask our neighbors for help. We can all look for Boots." So that tells me that she has hope that they will find the kitten, right? She's excited to look for it. All right, you can do number 4 and 5 on your own. We'll do number 4 first. I will reread the story for you, and then you can pause to answer the question. How does Sally feel when the kitten is found? Circle the answer. So does Sally feel happy and thankful, or is Sally tired and bored? Let's look up here. When she finds the kitten, the last 2 paragraphs. Cora and I started looking. We called loudly, "Boots!" Then we heard a soft mewing sound. Boots was hiding under a bush. I held out my hand and softly called Boots' name. He came right to me and I picked up the tiny kitten. Sally was thankful that we found Boots. She said, "The neighborhood search plan worked. Thank you, everyone." So in her dialogue, she's thanking everybody. It also says that she is thankful right in the story. So we know that she's happy and thankful. All right, so go ahead and pick number 4. Does she feel happy and thankful, or does she feel tired and bored? Click play when you're ready to review it. Should have picked that Sally feels happy and thankful, right? In that sentence, it says that Sally was thankful and she's thanking everybody for helping her find Boots, so she's happy. Our last question, point to the second picture. Why is Sally smiling? Circle the answer. Is she worried about her kitten, or she has her kitten back? Let's look back up at this second picture. So we see Sally smiling. Why is she smiling? Is it because she's worried about her kitten, or because she has her kitten back? Click play when you're ready to review it. It is the second one. She has her kitten back, right? We can see her point of view about the kitten is that she's really happy that the plan worked, and she's really happy to have her kitten back. Great job today. If you need to copy any of those, go ahead and pause the video to do so. If not, I will see you soon.